Hello! How long does it take to grow a tree, tubers? And welcome back to Let's Play Chrono Trigger with me, BlueAnkylo. Last episode, we began our Lost Sanctum side quest. We've done everything that needs to be done in the 65 million BC version for now. Now we need to find a golden tree and make a golden hammer, maybe. So, unfortunately, it took a really long time to grow that tree, but then again, these are kind of time portals themselves, so maybe it wasn't exactly 65 million years. It's hard to say for sure. It doesn't look like it's changed all that much. Last time we were here, it was overrun with monsters. Oh, now they're just reptiles. Yeah, do you know who I am? Honestly, you should run from your life. It's Magus this time. Not nearly as kind as Chrono. Thanks, Lucas. Say it slower. Hey, we changed time! All we needed to do was save the village once, and they could survive for 65 million years. Oh, you would also prefer to have a contract with us. Alright, reptites. Well, of course, the monsters... It took them 65 million years, but they're starting to return. Yes, we got some cool dialogue. I love it. I love Magus's little quips. If he could just get a couple dual techs, I would have just kept him on the team forever, because he's got some of the best lines, for sure. Okay, so this guy wants to take a walk on the mountains. We can't really get there yet. This one's empty. This guy would like some lumicite, and we might be able to get some awesome armor for it. A golden tree? Now, technically we could have come back here before planting the golden sand stuff, and we could have actually cleared the monsters out before finishing the golden sand quest, but, you know, you may as well do the two at the same time in the 65 million one last episode. It only makes sense. He wants to build a ladder that will last for generations. Might be some places in the world that need some ladders. Alright. So he's guarding that little special cave. There was nothing in it 65 million years ago, but maybe that'll change at some point. He wants a bridge. Lifelong dreams, good for him. Convenient that this cave is still the resting cave. Surprised there's been no erosion or anything. And, like, the tree layout is exactly the same as it was last time. Peculiar. Even the same basic types of monsters. I don't actually think it's supposed to be 65 million years, maybe. Maybe it's only supposed to be, like, a few thousand years. Anyway, Eternal Darkness, let's go. You've been waiting a whole day for this, I think. Right? Everyone was waiting with bated breath. It's ridiculously strong. And it's also a quick animation, which is a bonus. So if you really want to use that, well, for one, you have to equip the black gemstone, but it's mostly MP costly on Magus, right? Yeah, so it's you know, Ice 2, Fire 2, and Dark Matter. So you'd probably be better off with Magus equipping a golden stud, or whatever you got, if you want to conserve MP, and then give, well, one of the girls the black gemstone, I guess. I'll go cast it one more time. If I liked Luca more, this might be a worthwhile team. The weakness is there's very little healing other than Marl's single target healing. There's no way to do a dual tech heal for the whole group, which is something we like. Just have to bring a lot of mega ellipses and some lapis. But another group of fools to wipe out. And of course, Luca is pretty slow, so she's gonna be a lot... Well, you have to pump in a lot of speed capsules for this group to be very strong. Now I'm gonna go test out what dark matter does on its own here. Clearly, Eternal Darkness does 4,000. But I'm interested if, that's, like... I'm gonna guess that we'll probably get around 2,000 from just Eternal Darkness. Which is probably not that impressive because we can probably get 2,000 from Flare as well. And so, just casting Flare and just casting Eternal Darkness is probably just as strong. And then you're not doing a triple tech. Oh, she's not ready. Alright, I wanna... Oh, right. Dark matter. Sorry, I got confused. I like how Eternal Darkness is just like the upgrade for dark matter. So yeah, it's about 2,000. And I bet you Flare is around 2,000 as well, depending on stats and stuff. Anyway, that's cool. Alright, let's find out the next gemstone combination for today. So that was the black gemstone. Let's unequip that. Next up, we'll try to find the other Magus gemstone, because he had 2. So we're going to do the blue gemstone, which is Omega Flare. Probably Robo and Luca? Probably? Blue. So yeah, there's Omega Flare. And double check Robo here before I put him in the team. There's the blue one. Okay, so that is the correct 3. It made sense, because they're the 3 with fire spells, basically. I'll equip this on, well, Robo for now, I guess. Oops, what am I doing? Confused. Okay, I just want to see how much MP it's going to cost. So this is 20... This is mostly expensive on Luca. And it's Dark Element even, so it's actually surprisingly cheap. Laser Spin for Robo is nothing. Dark's Black Hole is pretty expensive. Or sorry, Dark Bomb is pretty expensive, I guess. I think that's 8 by default. So yeah, for this one you'd probably want to make sure you've got a golden stud on Luca. Just because it's anything that costs 20 MP is going to burn through very quickly your reserves. I don't have to explain it. You only have a maximum of 99 MP. 25,000 gil! Just what I always wanted. Alright, this Omega Flare better be awesome. I want to see 6,000 damage this time. That's the only way it's going to be worth it. Because everything else to do with Luca and Robo together is terrible. Okay, well that's cool. Robo goes into orbit and satellite beams everything. 4,500 damage. It's not the kind of damage you write home to your mom about, but it's still cool. I mean, I'm glad we showed it off. That's the main thing is I'm glad I showed it off. Okay, and that's all of Magus's triple techs for now. I think he gets another one with someone, if I can find the right gemstone. I think. I can look these up at some point. But yeah, so that's the blue gemstone done. Let's continue with Luca while she's here. What's the next one? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. So we've done black and blue. I guess we'll go white. I'm almost, okay, I'm very certain I know who this is. It's gonna be all the girls. Ayla gets the lead, right? Payozo Dance. Confuse all enemies. Tailspin, Allure, and Hypno Toad. I betcha this is the worst of them all, but we'll test. For science, maybe it's got a really awesome, sexy animation. Maybe. I'm gonna run into like a boss with just the girls. Be in terrible time. Alright. Anytime, Luca. Alright, Payozo, it hits everything. Marl just sits there and slaps her butt. Toss the doll around. Tiny damage. And it's a status infliction one, so I think it may have confused one of them. Nope, nothing. Alright, well, as usual, the status inflictors are not very reliable in this game. You didn't really expect it to change for a triple tech, but there you go, white gemstone. Now put it back in the bag, and we'll never speak of it again. Okay, I think that's all of Luca's, specifically. Right? She had the 3, so she's been part of every one so far, which is a little bit discouraging. Sure, you can just have some speed for now. Alright, so what's next? I think Marl had another one, maybe? Okay, no, we've seen Payoza, we've seen the black gemstones, so we've seen those 2. Does Ayla have any other ones she's part of? Silver! Okay, we gotta do that one. That might be the last one, even. So who is part of Silver? Not these 2, not Magus. I guess it has to be Frog and, Robo. So this is probably our last one. I didn't actually test it out. It may have not been the right one, but I bet you this is it. So Spin Strike. It's pretty expensive on Ayla, so I'm actually going to switch over here just quick. Just to demonstrate the smart way to equip them. So the good news with this combo, well, Robo's a bit weak, but Frog and Ayla, like, almost always have good dual techs. So I could see this party, especially because there's, like, multi-target healing, this might be one of the few parties with no Chrono in it that I could consider giving a shot. Who did I say it was really expensive on? Shoot, I'm sorry. I've totally... It was Ayla's that was really expensive. She was supposed to have the stud, and then one of these 2 was supposed to have... Sorry, I'm getting confused, you know. I don't like doing inventory management on camera, and then here I am doing it all on camera, just messing myself up. Okay, good. Where's my tree? The tree appears to be missing. Ayla grow! Why no here? The golden ogre stole it. Kill him! Just don't use fire magic or, you know, might light on fire. Should have put Magus up front. He'd be like, nope, and just right in front of him, slice him in half. Alright, well, we lost him. Great. Dragon head. Is that a helmet? For not women? Yeah. +5 strength? You know. There's not too many people that would get much advantage out of that. Nah, that's not worth much. Unfortunately, things that just buff your strength or magic just aren't that great. Alright, let's find some enemies to show off this triple tech. No hidden items. Okay. Just enjoying the relaxing music. Oh, there he is. He was hiding behind the tree. Oh, it is a boss. Alright. Gold hammer. Golden hammer. Alright. Well, let's see if the spin strike is worth anything. Now, he may just have really good physical defense. And it said he's weak to magic now. Well, the only way we're going to be able to do any magic damage is if we include Frog in on it, probably. None of these have the magic element beside it. Stop. Alright, well we might not have a great way to kill this guy. My bad. Alright, have we actually seen Drop Down before? Did I miss this one? I might have missed that one. Maybe I didn't do Frog plus Ayla. I think I forgot Frog plus Ayla. We're gonna have to come back with Chrono, Frog, Ayla. I think I may have missed that one. Maybe. I don't know. Do you think this works on the boss? Totally works. Well, I don't think Water 2 is going to be very impressive. Maybe it lowers his physical defense? So magic damage gives him more attack. Electrocute is probably our strongest magic attack right now, which is a shame. It's not very nice. Actually, if you did that to Frog, I'd be pretty happy. Because then I could try Frog Squash, and that might do better damage. This is also my favorite healing animation, in case you're wondering. It's my favorite dual tech healing spell. The Chrono Ayla Frog combo is very strong. I'd like to get him to counter... Yeah, okay. So he just has a counterattack that drags you down to 1 HP when he's sitting. Yeah, that's not multi-target heal. Unfortunately, Frog is missing the Haste Helm. Alright, well, let's see if this does anything. He's got 1 HP, so it'll be at max damage. Not too often you can take advantage of this. Oh, that was just terrible. Well, this is going to be kind of a pain. I guess we could try Dino Tail in the same sense. I'm not even sure if that counts as magic damage, but we may as well try it. I mean, her physical attack's higher, so if it's based on physical damage, it might be better. Dino Tail. And if it's terrible, we'll just heal her. Get Dinosaur, Golden Ogre. It's even worse than the other one. Alright, so how are we gonna kill this guy? What do you think? So far, nothing is really doing much damage to it. And I don't know if that's just this party or... Well, now he's not gonna counter at least. Maybe we can get a good spin strike. I will have to try this on a normal enemy. That's pretty terrible. Weak against magic. Dang it. What do you think? Proximity Bomb? 1,000 damage. Yay! We killed him! Alright, that was a little painful. Just smack him a couple more times. He made my life difficult. Alright. Quest complete. So luckily, we didn't even have to chop the tree down or find someone to forge a hammer out of golden wood. Just someone else did it for us, so we just beat him up and take it. So now we need to bring this one back to prehistory. But while we are here in post-history, in the Middle Ages, we may as well check the southern route as well to see what we can access to. Also, this guy. Oh, right, he wanted us to kill the monsters. I forgot. Sorry, technically that was a quest. Alright. That's 2 done. So you're the bridge guy. You just have a friend that wants to build ladders. For some reason, he likes ladders. What do you got up here now, Elder? Entry is forbidden, but I'm the great hero. Of time. Hero of time. Now, if we can get to the mountains, we'll go for a walk. Right, so there was a tree, but they cut it down. Right, that's how you're supposed to know what was going on. Right. Alright, well there's no quests from this village right now, but I would like to look down here first. At least have a quick look. Looks like it's less swampy. Well, that's a plus. Still frogs. Alright, so specifically, I wanna one more time use this triple tech against a normal enemy to see if it can do real damage. Against that last guy, it was not impressive, but... So let's see. Spin Strike, single target, gemstone, triple tech. It's the only one that's single target so far. Yeah, okay, that's a new record for sure. That's the most damage from a triple tech that we've had. I think the previous record was 5,500. So if you like these 3 people, Ayla is certainly good. Robo is questionable, but this team does have really good dual tech heals, really good physical punch, pretty good speed. If you can get Robo speed up, it has pretty good average speed. So I could see this as a, if you didn't have Chrono, this is the kind of team you might want to give a try to. Against bosses specifically. The other gemstone triple techs are a bit better at random groups, but this is, well, we'll try it again, maybe one more time. If it's consistently 7,500 damage, that's, unless it's got some random multiplier of some sort that I don't understand. I guess if it is applicable to prism specs, we might be able to hit the damage cap with this triple tech right now. Well, see, that was a lot less than the last one. Right, the rat things have a lot more defense than the toad things. Alright, let's equip on... I'm still not 100% sure how it works. But I'm gonna try equipping, well, first, who is it expensive on? It's Ayla that needs the golden stud or else it's too expensive. Everyone else has relatively normal MP costs. So what we'll do is we'll have Robo go for the prism specs, which are way at the bottom, of course. And it should be 50% more damage if it works correctly with techs. Well, I know it works with techs and regular attacks. I don't know if it works with double techs. But it should be simple enough to figure out. Appies. One of the perks for this dungeon is I don't think you can actually miss anything. You can pretty much always go back to get stuff. Alright. Black Reptites, I don't remember them being particularly defensive. The rats were, though. Oh, don't be like that, steal an MP. Alright, so if anything, I'll start with Robo because he's got it equipped, right? I don't know if you need to select... You shouldn't need to select it with some of the prism specs. I don't know. I have a feeling maybe... I have a feeling that prism specs don't apply to dual techs, actually. Unfortunately. I'll try one more time on the rat, in case the reptites have even more defense than the rats. But it used to do around 5,000 damage, and then we equipped the prism specs. So you should see more than 5,000 against these guys. No. So I don't think the prism specs work for that kind of thing, unfortunately. It's too bad. I think they would... It might tilt... Like, if you could hit the 10,000 damage limit here, I might consider that worthwhile trying to bring this party, basically. But it's probably not going to be worth it. Because that's actually a pretty cheap triple tech. Like, it's only expensive on Ayla, so it's not too bad on the MP cost. And it seems to do more damage than any other tech, by some degree. So... Yeah, we did... Or did I? It was, Frog Ayla. Yeah, we saw the 3D attack, right? I just forgot about it. Okay, so I think that's all the gemstones then, at least for now. There's no other... Chrono can't use any of them. Ayla can only use... So she did the Poyozo dance, and she did the one we just did. So yeah, okay, I think we've done them all then. I feel like we might have missed one somewhere, but... It's more that I've maybe not found all the gemstones. So Frog only has one, I guess. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's another one somewhere. Alright, another good combo for, I didn't even mention it, but another good combo for Chrono is Wrathband plus, the Rainbow, because the crits and everything stack with the counter. It's pretty good. Alright, well, let's pick our party then for now. I guess we'll bring Magus for a bit. I haven't brought... I put him in the lead, honestly. Chrono, because he's amazing, and, maybe Ayla. They're all pretty crazy strong. And then we've got Falcon Strike if I need it. No healing. That'll be fine for a while. The Golden Studs. These two are more focused on offense. I could go triple Golden Stud. Alright, that'll be fine for a while. Sorry. I know I spent a lot of time this chapter and the last one just playing around with the equipment, but now I think we've seen all of the techs up to this point, so I won't spend any more time on it. And, you know, just cuz, right? Like, I'll have to compare Dark Matter to Luminaire again. So we're still looking at around 2,000 damage tops. Chrono can do that on a crit, which he does do most of the time. Ayla can do that on a crit. I believe as her level goes up, her crit rate also goes up. So she will start really taking over at some point. There is no one who can be as strong as Ayla physically if you keep training her. Now, lots of bats. So if you can do 2,000 damage with Dark Matter or Luminaire, it should still be 3,000 with the Prism specs, but maybe we'll do a little bit more science. And then again, there are some enemies that are weak to elements, I believe. So Chrono 2100, I think he has the slight edge on Magus. Which would mean that actually, yeah, because he's got a 15-point lead, a 25-point lead on magic stat. So it's actually just that Luminaire has a higher base damage than Dark Matter. It's kind of silly. What's wrong with these guys? Seem a little bit confused. Alright, one more Dark Matter. Assuming nothing interferes, Chrono's at 2111, just over 2100, and Magus is just under 2000. Alright. Maybe we should just compare all of the ultimate techs that are good. There's only a couple. Let's compare Flare. I'm not gonna worry about MP. Just want her to be fast. She's so slow. Here, take that other haste helm. You need it. I'm gonna spend, like, half the episode in the inventory managing, just to save a second or two in battle, because that's how I roll. If only we were as turbo as the ether we find. Alright, so 2100 versus a little bit under 2000 versus the girl whose only claim to fame, she doesn't even have a good physical attack, is her magic. Let's see what she gets. About the same as Magus. That's cool. Now, she tends to have a pretty good magic stat, so I guess, what are we looking at? 71? Well, she's 10 points below Magus. So assuming I understand the calculations, she's, she must have Flare be slightly higher base damage than Dark Matter. Because it's doing almost exactly the same damage, and she's 10 points behind in magic. Alright, is there any other... I guess the only other ultimate attack that really counts, because Ayla has triple kick, and Dino Tail doesn't count, because it's HP based. Frogs is HP based, and Ice 2 doesn't count. Marl only has... or Water 2. Marl only has Ice 2, but Robo does have an ultimate tech that's, I suppose, comparable to the Magus, Chrono, Lucas. We'll see. Okay, I'm not going to bother this time with the Haste Helm. We're only going to use them for, like, one fight. Steel Ingot. Ooh, I wonder what that's for. Maybe someone can make a sword out of that. I think that's everything in here, and I bet you this cave is still dark. Or not. This cave is not dark. It's just covered up by ruins. Alright, well, it was only dark one time, once upon a time. Alright, so let's just compare. All of these bonus chapter fights, they're all about just having fun, experimenting with techs and stuff. Learning game mechanics with me, BlueAnkylo. Alright, so Electrocute is still a hit all. It's not 20 MP, so this has the advantage of being slightly cheaper. The other ones were all 20. And it does as much damage as Luminaire. So wait, does that mean Robo actually has the edge in ultimate techs? If it does more damage than Dark Matter and Flare, marginally, but slightly more damage, it's about the same as Luminaire, and it's 3 MP cheaper. And Robo will have the worst magic stat of them all, meaning it has probably the absolute highest base magic damage. If you can find a way to boost his magic stat via tabs, I imagine he has the most room for growth on that spell doing the most damage. But he also needs the speed, so he would need a lot of speed and a lot of magic. And maybe that actually... Oh, I forgot. Never mind. It's only as good as Luminaire if you have Prism Specs. So let's see what it's supposed to be. 2100. So if that's plus 50%, the base is going to be less. I was really surprised that Electrocute would be stronger than anything else. So this is probably more realistic here. 1400 though is the answer. We'll go try again on enemies that don't absorb, but 1400 plus 50% would be 2100, so that's fair. Interesting. At least the numbers work out. Prism Specs are definitely 50%, so that means we should be able to see over 3000 Luminaire if we want. I still think most of the time the Golden Stud is better than the Prism Specs. And the reason is pretty simple, honestly. 2000 damage is still enough to kill most groups of enemies. And you may as well be able to cast it 4 extra times. 3000 damage is not needed, and then you run out of MP very quickly. But, alright, let's just show it off. So that was cool. You know, we're learning. Dragon's Tear won't affect any of that. I wonder, okay, you know, if, what's our highest magic stat bonus? +6? +5? So the magic ring, I mean, we can get 50%, which should bring us over 3,000, but I'm curious how much difference 6 points of magic makes. Alright, so actually what I'm gonna do, so remember, this is plus, so it used to be a little over 2,100, now we've added +6, and because I don't know who else I'd ever really use them on, we're gonna give him 2 magic, so +8, basically 2,100 damage. What difference does +8 magic stat make? I would have rather had a bigger difference in magic score if I could. Like a full +10 or something, because you could really see the difference. But that's as much of a swing as I can pull off right now, is +6. This is fine. So a little over 2,100. I think it was like 2,111. We haven't got any level ups or anything. Let's see, what do we get? 2279, I think. Unfortunately, the frogs were immune, and Black Reptite absorbs light, so that's... But it looks like we got 160 damage or so. So that means like 20 per point of magic, give or take, at this level. It might also have a multiplier based on your level. Some spells and stuff do. Oh good, now you gotta level up just to throw off my calculations. Oh, no more of these guys. I want stuff that I can use my Luminaire on. Maybe the rats will take full damage. Alright, let's try this again. So last time was like 2240 healing. We did get a level up, so it might be a little different. 2308, so... just trying to figure out approximately how much difference stuff like the magic ring and the levels make. So now I need to fight enemies that don't take reduced damage or anything. Cast Luminaire and then unequip the +6 to see where we are. It's complicated trying to do it like this. Also, let's see if we can go up the mountain. This guy, different guy this time. Now he's sleepy. Still no mountain for us. I'd love to go for a walk on the mountain, though. Just a rat. The rats seem to take like half damage or so. I don't know what that's supposed to do. Maybe confuse or sleep or something? Oh no, 666! Not that these enemies pose any real threat. I'm trying to figure out some numbers behind the scenes. Alright, the frogs seem like pretty unelementally equipped. Oh no, they absorb... Ah, dang it, never mind. They absorb light completely. I already learned that. Honestly, I wonder if they absorb shadow as well, just for interest. No, they didn't absorb shadow. Of course not. I just used dark matter. The ultimate dark spell. Crazy old Ankylos. Okay, well I think that's all we can do in this sanctum for now. The steel ingot is probably the... It's not a rusted blade though. But it's not lumicite. Anyway, we're supposed to be taking the golden hammer back, so let's go do that. We've sort of done our first adventures in prehistory and medieval times, so let's wrap that up at least. I'd like to finish my my Luminaire experiments today. So I'm guessing it's something like 20 damage per point of magic in Luminaire specifically. Probably depends on the spell. But that was kind of what it looked like, and then we got the level up to throw us off. But we got +8 magic, and it seemed to do about +160 damage, give or take. And I know there is a small random value attached. Who wanted it? Was it this guy? No, it was... I went the wrong way. This guy. There you go. Have a golden hammer of legend. Pays us in gold. You just make a golden hammer out of 100,000 gold bars. Anyway, quest complete. And I believe we'll get a new quest somewhere after you finish one, basically. So, I don't think we're supposed to, like, sell him the ingot. Wait a second, was he selling... He sells mega elixirs? I was so worried about stealing them, I didn't remember you could just buy them. It's kind of silly. All that trouble I went through to steal the mega elixirs and everything, yeah. Huh, oh well. Maybe healing is just really not a big deal when you can just, wait, what? No, I'm looking at sell, not buy. Like, it's all good, guys, it's all good. Blue's just a little bit crazy. Alright, I don't think he sells anything new anyway, yeah, okay. I was thinking sell the steel ingot, not... Oh, wait. So his daughter's sick. I have to go to Mount Emerald. Okay. Let's go look for the Prisma Stone to heal his daughter. That's cool. Peak of the Great Mount Emerald. Okay. Now, unfortunately, I do remember back when I was playing this on the DS originally the first time, having to walk up and down that mountain a lot of times. That was the one downside about this Lost Sanctum. Luckily for you guys, I can start cutting it out of the video if it gets too obnoxious. But for now, we have science to do. Well, they might be back again in 65 million years. I could probably use some heals. Wonder how many episodes it'll take to go through all this. I wasn't intending on adding like 10 episodes of Lost Sanctum, but we're already at 2, and it feels like I've barely put a dent into it. Alright, well, I have a feeling it's not going to be as simple as just going down here, but like, I will probably start cutting out a lot of the in-between tracking, because we always have to fight these guys, and they're all about the same. Are the prehistory ones also completely... I can't remember if these are exactly the same as the medieval ones that absorb light. Probably will, though. Yeah. I wonder if you can just go, like, Fire 2. Or, yeah, Fire 2. Not very good. Come on, where's my normal enemies that I can science up some Luminaire? I guess you could just try to run. Have we ever run from a single battle? But then we wouldn't be getting level ups. And honestly, 1,000 experience per fight is still pretty good. We're looking at, I think, 20 to 30,000 XP for a new level. Like, it just doesn't take that long to get 20,000 when you're getting 1 to 2,000 XP per fight. Alright. Mr. Guardian, please let us pass. Oh. If you need to bar our way, we'll remove you. I like that. Alright, we'll try Luminaire. We'll try Dark Matter. So it looks like he took half damage from that. Uh-oh. I may have just killed the party. If he counters with what you do... Okay, good. Much, much weaker. I was thinking, I didn't really bring a good party for a boss fight. kind of cool, just counters what you do. But I'm not going to be using magic because that's just going to slow the fight down tremendously. So he doesn't counter physical. Tries it with stop. Okay, but we're immune to statuses for the most part. This guy's going to be kind of obnoxious if he's just going to constantly counter every time we do anything. Do we have any, like, good... I think, is it worth it to try? I guess we should try a dual tech. Try to counter this buddy. Such flashing, much light. Slightly more damage than Luminaire, but he just counters. So I guess it's the element. Whatever element it is, he counters with the ultimate of that element. So I just want to see what is considered the ultimate ice, because there isn't really an ice ultimate. There's a lightning, there's a light element ultimate, a dark element ultimate, and a fire element ultimate. But I don't know anything about ice ulti. So it's just ice 2 that he uses, unless he just counters exactly. I'm gonna test that out. Does he just counter the tier of spell as well? No, he counters with the strongest spell of that element. Gotcha. Dark Matter, Luminaire, probably Flare. Okay, cool. I mean, you know, I'm just interested. Now, one thing I've noticed, if we leave Robo dead, which I'm considering, Magus actually gets a... Well, that's gonna suck. Magus gets a fairly significant damage buff because of his weapon. I think it's like 50% or something like that. If he's missing one ally, and if he's missing 2 allies, I believe it's like double damage. If you're into that sort of thing. I forgot how good Raise was because it revives them with more than half HP. That didn't do anything. 177. I hope this guy doesn't have too many HPs. Is Robo actually slowed? Is he actually moving even slower than normal? Oh shoot, I just killed Chrono because he's gonna do like 5 damage. The fact that that does a little bit of damage kind of annoys me. We should really get him out of the danger zone there. You know what? I got lots. Let's do it. So all he has is a drops you down to 1 counter and a bunch of tiny little baby damage types attacks. We could put Magic Barrier up on everybody, but his magic counters don't really hurt that bad, right? Oh, he's dead. Good. Thank goodness. I'm starting to worry that it was going to take forever. Alright, good fight, man. Thanks, dude. So he's going to go train himself for 65 million years. And get a really cool tan. Let's go a little bit further for today's episode. I know it's almost an hour, but let's see if we can climb the mountain at least today. And remember, we're trying to math out Luminaire. Don't let me forget. So much so that I'm going to use it right now. So I want to see just normal damage. It should be 22 or 2300. 3100. How did it do 3100 damage? Are they 50% extra from light? Lots of money up here. Alright, blue imps. Clearly no weaknesses other than perhaps something like fire. Come on, we need to work out this Luminaire conundrum. Alright, here we go. Lots of targets is what I like to see. Nice, good average numbers. Come on, give me some information. Okay, 2305. Good. So we were at like 2100. Then we got +8 magic, which I guessed was about an extra 160. That put us at about 2270, but we only got to see that once. Then we got to level up, and it went up by another 30 or 40. So now if we drop it back down by 6, I'm expecting minus about 120 damage. So I'm thinking 2180, 2190, give or take. And then I'll have a bit of a feel for how much bonus magic stat gives you. It's probably not necessarily additive like that. There might be some multipliers. So as your level goes up, or the power of the spell goes up, it's not 20 for sure, you know, but just in this situation with this spell, it's around 20 points per point of magic, maybe. Maybe. 2180, that's exactly what I was thinking. 2180 to 2190. Okay, so just by getting a level up, and we did give him 2 magic tabs, so each magic tab is like plus 20 magic damage for Luminaire. That's not bad. And his level up, I didn't check, but he may have gotten like +1 magic from level up. He doesn't get it every time, but sometimes he will. Alright, so if he's doing 2180, then the maximum damage he could do should be with the Prism Specs. And that should take him to about 3270. 3270 is my guess. Although the birds seem to take 50% bonus from light. Sure, maybe heal up here and save it. I don't really remember these, like, I'm pretty familiar with the base Chrono Trigger game, you know, because I played it a lot. But I'm not honestly super confident about this bonus dungeon, so I don't know if I need to be a specific party for certain parts to make your life easy. Like that last boss fight, I was a little bit worried that maybe he was going to be too strong for us with that combination. And the same thing with the Golden Hammer dude, because I wasn't really thinking about bringing a strong party, I was just thinking about bringing techs. Now these guys, this might not work on these guys, I forget. I think they're immune to dark, not light. Okay, 3260 though. That was the correct number. It's just they absorb it rather than take damage. So I think I've pretty much got the basic numbers down for Prism Specs and for Luminaire and sort of how good +6 magic is, right? So we could probably do the same thing for Magus if we gave him the magic ring for +6 magic. If that gives him around 120 damage, that'd bring his dark matter to like 2100 or so. I guess what I was thinking specifically is it gives us some comparison between the two characters. So if Magus had, well, let's say Chrono and Magus had the same magic stat, we're looking at right now 23 points, which is, well, just say 25, but it's, you know, it's about I'm guessing around 500 points of magic damage on Luminaire. So Chrono's Luminaire, instead of doing 2180, would be doing, assuming the same level, something like 2600 damage compared to Magus's just under 2000. So with the same stats, Luminaire is doing like significantly more base damage, I think, is what I'm trying to get. So like Magus will cap out at 99 magic a lot earlier than Chrono, and Chrono can keep growing his Luminaire even further. Here we go. This is what I really wanted to see, because this should be the most damage Luminaire has ever done in its life. This is why I kept the Prism Specs on a little longer. Watch that bird. 4,500 damage. That's triple tech tier damage, basically. Alright, well, we learned anything today? I don't know. Tried. Let's go back to just physical attacks. I'm actually also concerned that this dragon's tier is kind of terrible. I was expecting it to I guess we could just keep the prism specs on and just attack normally. But I was thinking the dragon's tier would boost critical a little bit more than it seems. You know what? We'll just go with the prism specs. We've got Magus with cheap dark matter if we need it. Chrono for just regular attacks, and let's get rid of Robo because he's too slow. I'd rather have a quick character that's strong as well. And then if we run into a boss, well, we might have some interesting times. Let's go, it's not as good as the prism specs, but still pretty strong. 25% bonus instead of 50. Aeonian Helm, we've already got a couple of those. No big deal. And I figure healing is less of an issue when you've got a million Mega Elixirs anyway, right? And you can not buy them, but... You know what? On the first trip through, we're killing everything. And then after that, we'll stop. So I want to see if dark matter works on the spiders. They clearly are immune to light. They might just be immune to magic in general. I wonder... The other question is... I'm pretty sure prism specs apply to physical damage, but I haven't also tested that out. Was Chrono able to do 2,000 damage on a crit without the prism specs, though, I thought? Well, we're not going to test that right now. So we got the Aeon Helm and the Aeon Suit. They're old things. Look how far down they are on the list. Barely worth our time. So remember, we're trying to climb this mountain to get the Prisma Stone to heal some kids. And we'll keep going. It's a pretty long mountain, but... Like I said, we gotta do longer episodes so this doesn't take a month to get through. Now, we did learn that the birds take bonus damage from light. Let's see if they take bonus damage from dark. Yep. Looks like 50% from maybe all magic. So Chrono is doing more damage than Ayla on the crits. I betcha she's getting 25 and he's getting 50% bonus. Let's go... Just because I'm still testing. In my head, I'm just always testing from now on, from here on out. I want to give him... just more crits to test. Yeah, he should do a little bit more damage than Ayla, but not by much. Oh, I think there was also... Someone mentioned on... I could still go back and get it. The mountain with Masamune. There was a white monster that we talked to. If you talked to him a few times, he would have given us a magic tap, I believe. Alright, well, we got the Prisma Stone. And I guess that's probably it for this mountain, so we just have to work our way back down. Like I said, I do remember having to do this mountain multiple times. And I guess you can skip some of the encounters, but some of them there's no choice but to fight. If we can get this quest done today, I'll feel like, you know, we were pretty productive. I think there's 10 altogether for the Lost Sanctum, or somewhere around 10. No skipping this one. Alright, so the goal, lesson-wise, is to learn... Oh, you know what? I guess that makes sense. So the bird is basically immune to physical, but takes extra damage from magic. That's cool. And then the ants are like the opposite. But yeah, we're trying to learn if Chrono 1400... Yeah, so the Prism specs were definitely giving him, like, exactly... Dark Bomb. exactly 50% to physical and single text. But I'm pretty sure that it doesn't apply to dual or triple text. So that's, you know, I'm working it out. So that means Ayla should be getting 25% bonus to physical damage. That's cool. So then, it really is a good combination to go Golden Stud on someone like Magus, who focuses on magic. And then the Dragon's Tear, I think, doesn't actually apply often enough, so you're better off taking 50% damage most days. I'm not sure if that's true for Ayla with her 25%. Like, the crit rate might be worth more than 25 base damage, 25%. Alright. One more mountain pass, I think, and then we'll be back in the swamp. And I think, at least for now, if I have to climb this mountain again in prehistoric times, we'll just off-camera it, because now you've seen me climb up and climb down it. But if I have to do it in modern times, we'll get to see it one more. Lucky you guys. Come on, sneak, just be sneaky. It's really just the one, hey? Whatever. I actually should have used Magus. Well, there you go, guys. We cracked a full hour-long Chrono Trigger episode. So I guess if you had a magic elemental triple tech that had a base of like 45 or 5,500 damage, and it took an extra 50%, you might be able to crack 7,000 or 8,000 on that guy, which would put it in contention for the strongest hit so far. So these guys always seem to nullify lightning magic, or light magic. I wonder if they're weak to like fire or something. I don't think we've tested it yet. Not very much damage, honestly. They must just resist a lot of magic, whether it's half damage or nullify. I can tell you what, though. That sword. I guess we got Falcon Strike again, too. If we wanted, we could just murder everything with Falcon Strike with this group. As usual, it is supremely strong. The Prisma Stone. Alright, so that's quest 4. And we got a capsule set. So that's pretty valuable. I guess doing these quests earlier, before we did all the, you know, possibly more difficult quests, we could have gotten some good value out of that. We're gonna call that an episode, and then next time we will find out where the next quest is, whether it's in prehistory or the Middle Ages or Dark Ages, whatever. We'll figure that out there. Also, we've got 2 more speed tabs. You know what we'll do for today's episode? We'll spend a few tabs, or capsules, that is. So, if you want to use Magus, you could definitely give him some strength capsules, but I'm only bringing him here for fun to show him off a bit more. I don't plan on using him for the final battles. Chrono is basically done with strength. He's basically maxed it. Ayla will be right behind him, maxing her strength. Frog, though, could use the strength capsules, and actually, he's the only one, because the girls don't need it, Robo's almost maxed it, and then Ayla and Chrono kind of do it in the level 60 sort of range. So we'll just give the power tabs to Frog. I'll give him a couple speed tabs too, honestly. Because he's pretty strong, and we haven't used him very much. And if I do bring him in, I want him to be useful. Okay, so plus 10 strength. We've actually been stocking up on these pretty effectively. So this should give him... This should help keep him up to par with the other characters. I find his Mazimune, even when upgraded, just doesn't really compete with Ayla or Chrono's base damage. So like, we just gave him something like 24 damage. I think he was at 200 attack before. So that puts him up a little bit closer to the 2 big attackers. Robo, whatever. His attacks are weird. So anyway, that's good. And then speed. He currently does not have any speed boosting items. So this is his some real speed. Oh yeah, I'll give the magic. I'm just gonna keep giving it to Chrono, honestly. His speed grows quite slowly. He does not max it on his own, so you need to give him lots of those. So I've got 12 of these. I keep using Robo and being mad, so let's just get Frog. Well, I don't think he gets the... He might be like the only character that doesn't get well, like Robo got the +3 speed boost. Chrono, Marl, and Luca will also get a small speed boost from their bonus dungeons. I don't think Frog gets anything, and neither does Ayla or Magus. So if you want to use Frog and you want him to max his speed, I think you have to do it like this. So there that is. Chrono will get one more himself. Then, who else is left that's worth maybe some speed? I've got all these speed capsules, you know, we might as well have some fun. Marl's actually at 14, but she'll get that. I guess if you want to use Robo, but he's so disappointing. I would say Luca has better utility for text than Robo does, mostly. Both of them, though, need a lot of speed to be any good late game. And that's kind of the trouble. That's why I like to speed tab up the rest of the team that doesn't need very many, rather than give like 6 to one of the slow pokers. I'm just gonna go with Luca. Robo, sorry, you've had too many bad dual techs for me to be super happy with you. Now, she's currently got a speed ring equipped. She is gonna get +3 from her, so don't forget about that. Let me check here. So if I want her to have proper defense, I have to give her just to lose that 3 speed, and if I want her to have like a golden stud or something valuable, you have to get rid of that. So she's gonna lose 6, and she can gain 3 more essentially from her quest. So she's still at 9 speed. That's I just gave her like 3 speed tabs, and she's still really slow. Crazy Ankylos. So I still don't even really have enough speed tabs to max her out. Or, I have exactly enough. Okay, you know what? Fine. Fine. So now, for now, all we need to do is give her her fancy armor, and that'll keep her fast. And then, or we could give her the speed ring and, like, prismatic dress. But that, the prismatic dress is a lot better for defense. So the only one then that isn't going to hit the speed cap right now is Robo. And we will need 7 more speed tabs to get him there, if it's even possible. Alright, well, whatever. Anyway, today was a pretty long episode. Hopefully you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time for, well, more of this, basically. Less mechanics and more just trying to nail out some side quests.